Julian Mitchell, WVTM 13 in Birmingham. For both of you guys, at one point in this season, y'all were 4-5, had lost 3 straight. I'm interested in, obviously, you've rattled off all these wins to get to this point. What was that conversation in the locker room at that point in the season, kind of what has led to now this turn here being in Spokane?
Let's start with you.
Around that time, we were still getting to know each other. We were all new. And in the locker room, we were just telling each other just like, let's stay together. We're not going to be in the hole, this ditch forever, you know what I'm saying? It's going to come to light, and we got it rolling. We got knowing each other and started winning. Got that little streak and been going up since. Like, I can't explain. I mean, we were a new group, and it was just hard, coming back and seeing the progress from the beginning of the time I came, and then as we started playing, started rolling, no doubt in the team, started winning.
Yaxel?
I would say we had multiple talks in the locker room, some with no change. Eventually, once you get that first 3-game win streak, now you start feeling really good about yourself, and we start trusting our teammates more than we did before, and started clicking more. Our defense really lacked all year, but eventually we started helping each other out more on defense, which helped to more chemistry and just believing in ourselves, and that's what led to the wins.
D. Jackson, CBS 42 in Birmingham. For both of you guys, and Yax, you just touched on something about chemistry. On any given night, it can be any player that scores. It can be Eric, can be the leading scorer. AJ can be the leading scorer. Yax, you've been the leading scorer. What is it about the chemistry, and what is it about this team that makes it so special, especially getting ready for the postseason here?
Yaxel, let's start with you.
I would say, we have a lot of threats, like on offense, like you named, AJ, he really carried us to our championship win last game. And, Daniel, he's been struggling all season, but, he stepped up big in the playoffs. I feel like just try not to lose the motivation that you have and always find your reason why you're playing. Coach AK believes in all his guys the same way, no matter how he shows it. So I would just say keep the trust that we've had, and Eric, doing his best job to find those guys in the right spots and, just making the best of their time.
Same thing what you said, just as a point guard, fighting my teammates, giving them confidence, seeing them make a shot, let it go in. That's it. I wish we were closer, but it's a great experience, for the whole Alabama state. Seeing the teams that, made it to the tournament, then maybe playing one of those teams, so it's a great experience.
Yaxel?
Yeah, I would say it's awesome too. I'm a big Twitter guy, and I always see those Alabama fans coming together, to cheer one on. And I just hope that, those fans that are here early for other teams can maybe cheer us on as well, and we can do the same for them.
Direct specific questions to a player. That's helpful. More questions.
I'll direct this specifically to you, Yaxel, there. I know you've talked throughout this season about what it's meant for you to be a part of this team and to be here, to have UAB and this group especially on this stage. Just how special is this moment, and how are you all feeling heading into a very massive moment for this school and you guys as a group?
Yeah, this moment is really big. This is a dream come true of mine. Before I signed to UAB, I told the fans, that hopefully we can get a ring, and I'll try my best to get it for them. And I succeeded in that aspect, I would say. But playing here is really amazing. I never thought I would get as close to coaching staff as I would. Cross really stepped up, his recruitment with me, and we got really close together. But everybody else on the staff did a great job making me feel welcome and keeping me sane, I guess.
We have a question on Zoom. Let's go to Evan Dudley of Alabama.com.
For Yaxel and Eric, both obviously. Y'all pride yourselves on defense a lot, even though it hasn't been the best defensive year, but you've really kicked it up here in the last couple of weeks. What's kind of the secret or the juice to being able to run the defenses that Andy asked you to, switching a whole lot, going from the 1-3-1 to man, just kind of what goes into, being able to have that ability to switch so much?
Eric first.
Just being physical. We switch up defense a lot. To confuse the opponent, and I feel like when we do that, when we be aggressive in it, it's effective. So I think that's the key, just being aggressive and being physical, more tougher than the other team.
Another big part would be communication. Nothing really works unless you're talking to your other guys and helping them see their blind spots and figuring out where to go next.
Eric, you mentioned how, of course, far away you guys are from Alabama. How are you kind of playing this one for the fans who couldn't make it? Like, how motivating is it? Like, why is it important to win for them, for your fan base?
It's important because I don't think they could make it all the way over here, and for us to be this many hours away and they're watching on TV, I feel like we got to go harder because we don't have that fan support here besides our cheerleaders and probably our band. So just got to go hard for them.
I'm just wondering, last year San Diego State made a run to the national championship game. Were you guys watching the tournament last year? And if you saw San Diego State play, maybe what stood out about watching that division play last year?
Yeah, I watched the game last year against FAU, and they lost a couple guys, but they still have the same group. They're physical. They remind us of a North Texas type defense, and we just gotta be tough. I feel like that's the key to victory, just being tough and be able to score on offense. We're not really worried about defense. Our defense is gonna show, but offense, I feel like we're gonna struggle a little bit. So we just gotta be tough and just finish plays, execute the plays. That's it.
Yaxel?
Yeah, I watched their tournament run last year. I liked how they were a really well connected group. They played off each other really well, and you can see that they had belief and trust in each other. I would say our biggest point here, like you said, would be to score offensively because they have a great defensive group, and just contain Lede, if I say his name right, and just make the most of what we can do.
We have time for one or two more questions if there are any.
You mentioned their defense. You played some good defenses, but I don't think you played a defense that's, I think they're top 10 in the country and have been the last 3 years. What is it about their defense and how much of an adjustment period do you think they'll be? Because you probably can't simulate that in practice.
They're tough. They're connected. They do the most fundamental on D. They X out a lot. They switch. We just got to be physical. We have to, like I said, we have to execute our plays that AK calls, that he sees is best going to work, and we just got to execute and be tough, finish plays at the rim. And when our shooters are open, we just got to be hands and feet ready, knock down shots.
Yaxel?
One thing they do is they close the gaps off really well. Don't really give you a driving angle. So I would say we got to be really tough with the ball and avoid countering as much as we can, like AK was telling us, and that'll be the biggest part of our success.
All right. Thank you, guys.